Namaste, my friends. Welcome back. Sorry, we had to take a break from the outdoors because, well, couldn't do everything outdoors. It was too sunny, and I could see the shadow in the last video when I was trying to show you the cards. So here we are back again. Remember the first card that jumped out for everyone, for all the major message for everyone. Transformation is happening, and it's the doings of destiny now. So you don't really have a choice. Transformations are happening in everyone's life right now. All the signs. Uh, it was a death card, which means doings of destiny, which doesn't give much value to personal feelings. Some things have to happen in life, and that's the phase that we are in right now. So these whatever transformations that you're going through, changes being enforced by destiny on you, things that you need to accept and build or move on from. So given that, we're coming back to Cancer again, and let's see what messages are there for you from the universe and beyond. Okay. Uh-huh. So 5 cards. No. 6 cards for you. Big message, my dear Cancerians. So we'll keep this 4 cards as main and these 2 as the explainer for this situation. All right. Let's look at your first card. Ay, ay, ay. So it's the Ten of Swords, which means that some of us may be feeling, this is continuing from the Death card. So Death card means transformation, and a lot of us do not like all the transformations that happen to us. It might be the case over here too. So if Cancer is your rising sun, moon sign, if it's either of these 3, this reading is for you. So you may be feeling at the lowest point in life or kind of beaten down, but then it's temporary. If it's kind of the lowest point, the only way to go from here is up. And let's see what message the next card brings to you. It's the King of Wands. So King of Wands means, well, you have everything kind of what you need to fulfill this responsibility that you've been given. You're a natural born leader, so who's also visionary. So you already know kind of what needs to be done from here onwards. Okay, you are able to see the bigger picture. So I think there might be something else in store over here for you. Um, yeah, it's easy for you to overcome these challenges. It's just the temporary inner phase because we have the influence of the Mercury retrograde, we have the Lionsgate portal, and we have the year of the Saturn all combined in one. Heavy month, August is usually for a lot of people, depends on, um, yeah, right now for everyone kind of. So, but what point is that the challenges that you're facing, it is just mere challenges. You can already see the bigger picture, and you will be able to come through. And here we are, Judgment. So judgment over here means make the right judgment. uh, Things will go your way. If it's a legal thing that you're also trying to do, those things might also go your way. um, there's an inner calling to do what needs to be done. You know what needs to be done. So an inner calling of doing what needs to be done, and a new phase is coming from this. Okay, so this transformation is actually good for you. Whatever is going on right now, in a way it is good for you, because it's bringing out whatever best of you that you left behind or that you do not want to kind of look at because of the lowest point, like kind of feeling low. So it's time to bring back the king, the that authority figure that you have within you. And then there is the 10 of Pentacles. So that means, okay, not only completing this task will bring you money, will also bring you financial security. So whatever you may do now may actually help you for the future. This is good, what you're planning to do. And it also means long-term success. So whatever task you will fulfill now, whatever challenges life is throwing at you now, if which you will, if and when you fulfill the overcome these challenges, you will gain wealth and long-term results will flow. Let's see the explainer cards over here. Okay. There is Six of Cups. So that means, okay, it may be a thing that you have been postponing for a while. You know this needed to be done, but then you have been postponing for a while, so it's repeating. It could be a place, a person, or some memory pattern repeating from the past as well. So this is something that should have been dealt with earlier. Since you didn't, that's why it's showing in Mercury retrograde, and that's what it usually happens. Whatever task you will leave unfulfilled, it'll show up in your face in every Mercury retrograde, unless it's done. That's how life kind of teaches us. Yeah, no choices there. Consequences of your actions will show up every Mercury retrograde. If it's good, good results. If not, well, redo. Anyway, here we are again. So the next card, explainer card, is Seven of Swords, which kind of, in this situation, it kind of points back to the same thing, that there are responsibilities that you have been running away from, being dishonest to yourself, and not completing a task with full passion or full precision. You are, you know, so it's in a way betrayal to people and betrayal to yourself. Don't do that. If unless you want to repeat this cycle. That's why the Six of Cups came with the Seven of Swords. So that is trying to tell you, look, this had to be done earlier. You haven't done that yet. That's why it's repeating. So please get it done. Okay. This time it's a good time. You'll be able to come up from it. It's just the emotional part a little bit that you need to take care of. So over there, little mindfulness, actually calmly thinking about the situation, getting in touch with reality may help. And then once you get in touch with reality, the divine help follows. The moment you start taking steps, things will start solving themselves, as long as you're willing to take those steps. Okay. So those are the messages for you, my Cancerian friends. Please do like and subscribe, share with your people that you think you would like to share this message to. And if you want explanation of any of these cards, okay, the cards that I pulled for you, if you want to exchange, want me to explain any of these cards to you, please drop in a message and I will answer it back in as much detail as I can, or as concise and precise as I can. And yeah, see you soon. See you next time. Namaste. No, not namaste. Watch the rest. Because watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign. Okay, these three things that you need to look at. Then from the combination of that, you understand, okay, what is applicable to me. A lot of people ask, how can one reading be so applicable to all of the signs? Well, you are a combination of things. Okay, that's why there is a sun, moon, and rising sign. So if you combine these three, that's when you get to you in a broader sense. Okay, and we are all patterns. So you are a certain pattern which is repeating in the world in different places, different times, and that's what's going on. That's how the universe manages everything, because it's made so many patterns over there. If you want to know how to read and understand, there's many ways to, tarot being one of them. So, okay, coming back to the next sign. Coming back to the next sign. After Cancer, we have Leo. Well, Leos, this is your month. This is the big Lionsgate portal. So if you've been thinking of making some changes, given that a shakedown is already happening, enforced by destiny. Okay. Wow, we got explanations too. Okay, okay, okay. Somebody wants to know more? Right. So, like I said earlier in the video, in the session, today is 16th, 8, 24. 16, 6 and 1, 7. 7 is the number of a question. So, let these readings be your answer to the questions that you've been thinking on the inside. Okay. And if it resonates with you, please do comment. Let me know what resonated with you. Okay. And here we go with Leo, continuing from the death card. Since there is transformation that is going on, you are being presented with many choices. Interesting, Leo. So compared to what has been going on, I think some positivity is finally flowing in. The Seven of Cups is the card of many choices being presented to you. Now you have to be careful that not all the choices are the right ones, the brilliant ones. Over here, opportunity still means discernment. Okay? Like when you wake up, you always have the opportunity to have tea, coffee, hot water, whatever it is, but then you choose something which you want the effects of. So similar way, when bigger opportunities, life-changing opportunities, things that can bring you good things come to you, make an informed decision. Okay? You may look through the keyhole of every opportunity, like, okay, what does this look like? What does that look like? But of course, you won't get the entire picture unless you get there. So be careful and be mindful of the door or the window that you choose to open. That being said, Seven of Cups is a good card. That means some things that you wanted, some things that you've been waiting for are coming your way. Opportunities, uh, wishful thinking, many choices. Some of them are even illusions. And you may be searching for a purpose in all of this. Next card, Page of Cups. Ooh, so we get deeper into the reflection. Right. So, like the card over here signifies or displays or shows a man, a young person, looking at a cup with a fish looking back at it. So, imagine that cup and that fish as the desire, things that you wish for, or things that you hope to happen. There's a desire that you hope to realize, but then you're not sure of it. There is some amount of fear. Like the fish has the choice over there. It can jump into the water, it can stay in the cup, it can be eaten by the person can eat the fish or release the fish as well, like both ways. So the desire and the person who's desiring the thing, there is an interaction going on. Also means creative opportunities. So when these kind of things happen, you may be looking at some expressive things to do, expression to show. It also means intuitive messages will come to you, like from the choices that you're trying to make. You will be, if you so want to see what's there in store in every cup, you can. But then, yeah, be sure to get some intuitive messages, because everything that you expose yourself to leaves some sort of impression. Okay? Curiosity and possibly happy surprise. So, yes, with the Page of Cups, news, things that you desire will come to you. So, Seven of Cups over here and the Page of Cups are kind of pointing in the same direction. Okay? But be mindful of your desires. That's the question. That's the suggestion. You know why? Because here is the devil. Ooh, my God. Okay. The devil generally defines or signifies our shadow self. So things that we don't show to people are dark desires at times. The ego drives, the things that make us do things that you wouldn't be happy about later. Or maybe you can smirk about that nobody knows, nobody knows. However it is. Okay, it's not that nobody knows, at least you know. So that means it would come out at some point in time. Anyway, the shadow self. It also means attachment. So maybe you are developing deeper attachment to some things that you should actually let go of. The negative. I don't know how you want to interpret it for yourself. Uh, Addictions, vices, which would also mean restrictions. So the more you get into your vices, those become your restrictions, those become your chains. Sexuality, you may be trying to get more sexually active, or experience more of that part of life, which also means temptations. You'll be tempted in many different ways by many different things. Seduction, so if somebody might be trying to seduce you, or you might be also trying to seduce someone. It is also involving yourself in destructive behavior, self-destructive basically. So be mindful again of things that you choose. Materialism at its highest, the devil is playing its game with you. So and there's a high chance of being on the losing end over here. So be careful, mindful. And the devil with the Hierophant. That's why you had 8 cards. Huh? You have to have explanation for the Hierophant. So, Hierophant, now after the devil comes the advice. Like, okay, we understand. We understand what's going on. Too many things to fulfill, too little time. FOMO. So, and FOMO means you end up trying to do too many things at the same time, and most of it doesn't actually work out for you. That's why it's being said, be mindful of your desire. Since this is a transformation time, and if you fall into negative patterns, your negative patterns will kind of establish themselves for a while, until at least the next Mercury retrograde, when you look back and be like, what the heck did I do? So instead of going there, you have a perfect opportunity, because there is good opportunities that will also come your way. The devil will tempt you, but then it's up to you whether you want to fall into those temptations, or do you want to listen to your own advice. So the Hierophant is the card of advice. It asks you to look at what you already know. Okay, and what you already know may be already know that what is good for you, what is bad for you. For simple pleasures, if you want to mess up your life now when it can be built really, really, really well, it's totally up to you. But then the Hierophant says, look at your own experiences. Okay, use your intuitiveness, use your gut feeling. If your gut feeling says that it's bad, understand that. Or it's bad for you, then understand that. Right now, try to be, instead of playing with the devil, try to be more traditional, standardized, societal, norms, rules. Otherwise, wrong choices, and you will end up. Yeah. So, devil will play its game. It is up to you whether you listen to your own advice or your own understanding or not. It may be better for you to work for social approval right now, because society has its approval norms for a reason. It's like a well paved path, okay, well paved road. And if you've been following the road less traveled, or things that are out of the main path, basically, the off road thing is kind of bumpy. It takes a lot of toll on the body, on the mind, on the soul. Soul not as much. Sometimes it's fulfilling for the soul to be on the off-road path, but then for the mind and body and for your general life, it can be detrimental. So what is being suggested right now is, instead of taking the detrimental or broken path, take the less interesting but established path for a while, because then victories are sure. Okay. There's a 6 of wands over here, which is victory, if you follow the advice of the Hierophant. And there is the King of Pentacles. Now, King of Pentacles and victory is extremely good indication. Like, okay, you can use this time to either make your ego drives and energies will be high. So, devil or the shadow self has its purpose. It's your ego, okay? And the ego is a self-defense mechanism. It's a defense mechanism. Just treat it like that. If you make the defense mechanism as your main thing, if you're always going out with your swords and shields drawn, ready for a battle, then you're gonna get into different kinds of battles anyway. Battles of sexuality, battles of promiscuity, battles of seductiveness, battles of temptations, battles of illusions and false attachments. Uh, Whatever it is, drinking, smoking, partying, whatever it is. Opportunities are being given for all of these things. But then if you focus on what you really need to do, okay, I'll tell you the story of Siddhartha at the end for everyone. I'll tell them, tell all of you the story of Siddhartha in a way that I know in the end. So again, coming back to the point that if you are focused on what you really want to do, are willing to walk the well-paved path, victory is assured, money is assured, uh, wealth is assured, you will be given a leadership role. If you want to be a good leader, you've got to do your job well. And a king knows how to do their job well. Okay, and a king and a hierophant over here is like, you know what needs to be done. You clearly know what needs to be done. But then you are stuck in your vices, distractions, taking things, taking away from you, taking a little part of here, a little part of your time there, a little part of your money there. We've been there. I've been there. That's why it's not like a advice from a friend to a friend. We've been there. So let's try to change that a bit and do what we really need to do. Okay. I hope the message reaches you well. If you want me to explain any of these cards further in detail or for your personal situation, do drop in a message and I will try to be as concise and precise as possible for your uh, satisfaction. Uh, Please do like and subscribe. If the reading resonates with you, do leave a comment. And I post sometimes short videos too. So have a look at them too. Those are more entertaining than just tarot. Okay, and tarot is more important as at times, but sometimes it's also just some light stuff. Okay, that concludes the reading for Leo. And now we move to our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Virgo friends. Virgo, my Virgos. God made you special, huh? They have inner beauty, you have outer beauty, and you know how to carry it. Your eyes are very expressive. Your lips are very pronounced. There's a feature. You have that face cut that is... Okay, Virgos. Let me draw the cards for you and see what messages does the universe have for you, Virgos. Messages for Virgo. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple. Right. So transformation going on in your life as well. However, you were doing something right from what I remember from your last reading. Let's see what messages does the universe bring you this time. Okay. First card says transformation. The death card. That's where we continue from. And now we have Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles means it's a turbulent time when it comes to money. Be careful of where you invest. Be careful of there may be financial losses or you may lose things that are financially important or near and dear to you. There is a lacking mindset as well that you're not willing to give. Okay, because I don't know, some happens sometimes. But then be willing to give a little, like that little part of us which makes little charity, to give to the less fortunate. Believe it or not, it balances out certain things somehow. I don't know how, but it does. But the universe sees somehow, whether you believe it or not. And there may be a feeling of isolation, or you may be lost in your thoughts because seems like not a good situation from transformation, death, changes in your life being enforced, and this financial loss is or this losing things is kind of a way of it telling you, the universe telling you, like, okay, there are things that you need to do. The next card is strength. Okay. Um, which means, okay, you may be feeling a little low right now, wanting to isolate yourself and stuff, and not doing the things that you usually do to keep yourself going and keep yourself happy. Strength means right now some inner courage is required. Okay. Courage you already have. It's not like you're completely down, otherwise you would have had the 10 of swords. It's a temporary setback that you're facing. You need to reignite your passion. Do the things that you do now passionately. Have the kind of strength and courage that you can go through this difficult situation with a more positive outlook. Because if people have been backbiting, or people have been saying things, oh, we told you so, this, that, blah, blah, ignore that for now. Because what is actually needed for you right now is just focus. Focus on the task that you got up to do. Okay. uh, this may have been a challenge or a thing that you took and it didn't turn out so well, but then it still means that, okay, all is not lost. When the strength card shows up, it means all is not lost. You still have something to prove, something to show, and you will get that chance to show it. It's just keep your courage up right now. Okay. Keep that strength, have that strength to go through. The next card is Seven of Pentacles. That means, okay, now you're planning for the future. Okay, now you're planning for the long run. You may have played some short-term game, and you didn't get the gains from it as well. That could also be the meaning. But all is not lost. You have made some gains in other places. Like this person is holding on to the gains that they've made, and there is now time to sow another seed. Okay, so that pentacle that is down on the floor, that is kind of ready to be sown. You already have some things stored, saved. In a long-term view, you are willing to work for the long term now, and you're willing to put in the hard work that is needed for the results to show. Okay, so let me take this analogy. It's like growing a bush, or growing a tree, or growing a seasonal harvesting thing, or growing a tree that gives you fruits for the long term, right? Grape wine could also be a thing that grows fast and fast enough, and starts giving you grapes in fast enough time, for a long enough time, right? So in similar way, you are looking at things to grow now. Whatever you've saved, earned from, you may be looking at investment, you may be looking at learning things, you may be looking at things that still require work, which haven't been completed from uh, the tasks, all the tasks that you have, and looking for more sustainable results. So maybe focusing away from short-term gains, and focusing more on long-term gains. Aha. Like I said, tasks from the past. So you have the Six of Cups over here. Now, Six of Cups is basically memory pattern, or memory, or things from the past that are showing up again. So there may be memory patterns that are showing up again. You may have faced similar circumstances in the past, which are showing up right now. And in Mercury retrograde, it happens. So since we are going through Mercury retrograde, things from the past may be showing up, and tasks that you could have completed, should have completed in that time, are showing up again, to be done, still to be done. So And people from your past may also start showing up, like old friends, lovers. It happens during Mercury retrograde. It happens. So be careful, because one, all is not lost. You have enough to go forward. You just need to sow the right seeds. Sow the right seeds. That's the part that I was coming to. These memory patterns are coming because you may have been doing some things in the past over and over again the same way and expecting different results. However, in this case, what is being said to you through the Seven of Pentacles is sow the right seed. If you want a mango, you gotta sow a mango. If you sow a chili, you cannot get mango. Okay? And whatever you sow, you need to take care of it like that. Perseverance is also a word over here. So show perseverance in anything that you do right now. So long-term seeds, forget the temporary short-term loss. Put yourself in some charity activities as well. And then you can transcend this thing that has been keeping you in a loop. Okay. Let's hope that the world card shows up in your reading at some point in time, which means the loop is completed, the task is completed, the cycle is completed. Okay. When that shows up. Right now, it's the memory which is repeating. So, a perfect chance to transcend, rise up from your challenge, a short term loss. There is bigger games to play. That's also the point. So, my dear Virgos, right? So, my dear Virgos, this is the message for you. I hope it reaches you well. I hope the reading resonates with you. If you want to send this reading to someone, please do, because sometimes it's easier this way to send messages to people. And if you want me to explain any of these cards in more detail, if you want to discuss a personal situation, please do comment. I will try to be concise and precise and answer it as quick and as possible. And do like and subscribe. I hope to see you next time. Namaste, and we continue and watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign.